Country music artist Clay Walker is making his way to Lamar, Missouri on August 24th at the Stompin' Grounds for an awesome performance. Clay joins me now via Zoom. Clay, how are you feeling? How you doing?
Doing great, Blake, and thank you for having me on the show. And looking forward to coming to Missouri. Missouri is just an awesome state
It
to
is.
perform country music. It's just so good. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm excited to get to know more about your story. So let's start with what kind of initially got you into music?
And my dad was a musician and singer, and so were a lot of my family members, his siblings, and my grandfather was too. So just kind of grew up around music, and my dad taught me how to play guitar and sing, and I thought everybody did that. As a kid, I think everyone thinks people are like them, and
Hmm.
so it was really a great way of growing up, and it led to where I am now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, something else I find pretty interesting is that you consistently perform at the Grand Ole Opry. And I know for a lot of musicians, this is a pretty big deal. There's a lot of kind of history with it and just a lot of acclaim with it. And so, does the feeling ever change taking that stage over and over again? Or is it that same just kind of like excitement and just like appreciation for being there?
It's one of the few things in my life that I've done that it actually gets better each time, and it's special for so many reasons. I love history anyway, all kinds of history, social, religious, economic, music. So I think that's my favorite subject. And so just being up there, standing on a piece of wood that so many great ones, including Elvis Presley, stood on it's mind blowing. I mean, it's so overwhelming that you really cannot put it into words if you appreciate that kind of thing. And I think most people who do perform there feel that same way.
Yeah, I can only imagine how incredible that feeling is. Now, something else pretty cool is you just released a single back in April called I Know She Hung the Moon. And the kind of special
Hmm.
piece of this is this was co written by Toby Keith, who's obviously now passed. So, what was that like getting to kind of create this with him and kind of have him on this song?
Well, there's an interesting dialogue between the two of us, between Toby and myself, and it happened a few years ago. And at his charity event, he said, "Man, I got a song I want you to do." And Toby was a force. He absolutely he didn't have a lot of small talk. He was a great conversationalist, but I was saying almost everything Toby had to say, or everything I ever had a conversation with about, had some significance to it. And so when he said it to me, I was like, okay, what is it? I said, you want to send it to me? He goes, no, I'm gonna sing it for you. And he just started singing it. And I said, Toby, I said, that's a smash. I said, it sounds like a George Strait song. Sounds like a Clay Walker song to me. And so that's what happened. So I recorded it, and he did get a chance to hear it before he passed. And so there was a neat bond between us anyway, not just through the song, but we toured together, and we kind of came out about the same time, and in- like in the '90s, and so there was a deep respect for each other, and he was nothing but gracious towards me anytime I was around him.
So, with that special relationship, this has got to be a special song, I'd only assume. So, kind of, if for viewers that maybe haven't listened to this song just yet, what's the song about? What are the lyrics about?
Well, it's about a girl that he the that in the story, he says, "Yeah, I know she hung the moon because I'm the one that held the ladder." Meaning, you know, I think everybody wants someone in their life that they feel like hung the moon. And I mean, I know I always have, and I have that. So it's really it's about what people hope for, and the melody is great. It was co-written by Scotty Emmerich, who is a just world beater songwriter. He and Toby wrote a lot of hits together, and just everything about the song fits who I am. As an artist, musically, lyrically, it was a perfect match.
I love hearing that kind of special anecdote to it, and it really is a special song. I think that's a feeling a lot of people can relate to, and I love that in music, kind of that relatability factor. Now, you really have had quite the journey. I understand that back in '96 you were diagnosed with MS, and then you kind of went on to found your Clay Walker Foundation. So, two-part question here. I'm curious, what was kind of that initial emotion receiving that diagnosis, and then why was it important for you to kind of create this foundation?
And thanks for that question. Getting diagnosed was devastating. It's been a really unique battle and journey. And the last couple of years have been pretty tough for me, physically just I've been battling it for 20, gosh, 28 years, I think. And yeah, 28 years in April. And it does get tougher. It's just the nature of the disease, but it's man, a lot of people have pulled for me, pray for me, and I have a lot of reasons to beat it and a lot of reasons to keep living with it and moving forward. And I encourage people who have multiple sclerosis to not give up, exhaust everything. I do that, exhaust everything. And so I started a foundation it was called Band Against MS, and we just rebranded it as the Clay Walker Foundation, and which just makes more sense. And it's a lot of donors, a lot of people, a lot of fans have helped me through the years keep it going. And we plan on making it thrive and helping people with MS. I would say that physical therapy is something that is definitely under preached, and it's something that has helped me all these years to stay mobile. Still helps me stay mobile. And it's tough getting physical therapy because insurance only pays for a certain number of weeks for physical therapy for people with MS. And man, that's what we need. So that's really kind of the mission of the Clay Walker Foundation in regards to MS, is to try to get our hands on people and to help keep them mobile or get them mobile if they haven't been for a while.
Yeah, well, the work you're doing truly is making an impact. And the beauty of this all is that you still are able to perform today. You're still performing live. And as I
Oh yeah.
mentioned, you're coming to Missouri, Lamar, Missouri on August 24th. So just tell our viewers, what can they expect from that live performance that you're coming to Lamar for?
Oh, our performances are always energetic, and a lot of dialogue between me and the audience, and just a relationship. I don't look at it wham bam, thank you, ma'am, come in there and make some money and leave. Our our entire mode of operandus is to engage with people. And I would say that we have not failed at doing that. And it's a beautiful dance and relationship between me and the band with the audience. And it's, if I assure you of this, you're coming to our show, you're not going to leave disappointed. You're going to say, man, that's a waste of money or a waste of time, which time is more important than money. And everybody knows that. You want to feel like, man, I got something out of this. And that's our goal, is to make sure you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have to come ready for a good time. You're going to put on a good show. Clay Walker, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. For all our viewers, go check him out. Lamar, Missouri, August 24th. Get your tickets down. Keep up with him. And go give a listen to I Know She Hung the Moon. Clay, thank you.
Blake, you're super. Thank you. I'll see you there.